I'm Hattie Knight, the Rules and Regs chick, and welcome to the workers' compensation response to those last two videos. We heard from Denise D, who allegedly was injured when she was an employee and is asking for workers' compensation. So if you didn't have a chance to watch the first two videos, go back and watch them because I don't want to rehash it here. But let's talk about some things. Denise D claims that she allegedly was walking in the building with her equipment when she was injured. The Rules and Regs chick asked Denise, well, give me your name, because she gave her a name, and she was unable to find her in the system. That was the first clue. Second clue is she asked her, are you currently an employee? And she said no. So then we could have stopped there and tried to figure it out. But no, this Rules and Regs chick asked another question. Well, explain that situation. What do you mean by that? And Denise D was like, well, I was fired on Friday and I was walking in the building after that on another day with my equipment, stubbed my toe, and I want y'all to pay. Well, workers' compensation covers those individuals who are current employees. Now, because this Rules and Regs chick wasn't involved in the termination, she doesn't have all the facts. So she can't really answer the question. Because, number one, was Denise D told by her employer to bring all that equipment back into the office rather than mailing it? Because, we could have sent her a box. She could have mailed it in and avoided this whole thing. But we're not going to talk about that. So we need some information from Denise D, and then we're going to reach out to her supervisor to get some additional information so that we can notify the workers' compensation program manager of the facts that we determined, and then hand it off to the workers' comp person whose job it is to figure out whether she is actually covered by the workers' compensation program. Now, if you are a federal employee, the Department of Labor is the third party in this case that reviews and oversees the workers' compensation program. If you are a private employer, then your workers' compensation insurance program covers it. And you guys have laid out steps. In either case, there are steps that employees have to take in order to be eligible or to file for workers' compensation. So you need to refer back to your workers' compensation program to determine whether or not Ms. D is able to file. And even if she is ineligible, she can still file it. She can file the report of injury. In this case, she can file a CA1 if she's a federal employee or whatever. She can file it through the employer because you always have to go through the employer. You can't just go directly to the insurance or the third party. So she would report the injury, and then it's up to the employer to provide refuting evidence or whatever they have, any witness statements, any videos, whatever they have. She will supply her medical documentation, her bills that she wants paid, and all of that. And then the third party, either Department of Labor, if you're federal or nuclear or longshoreman, or the private workers' compensation insurance would apply, or the state. I mean, because there are so many pieces to this puzzle. They would determine whether or not she was considered an employee at the time and whether or not to pay the claim. It is not the employer's decision. At the end of the day, it is not the employer's decision. Whether you're federal or whether you're private, it is not the employer's decision. It is up to the workers' compensation insurance program administration to make the final decision. So in Denise D's case, we're going to say we don't know. Here's the form that you can complete, and then they will make the final decision. If you have any questions, you want to chat, you want to argue with the Rules and Regs chick, send me an email, rulesandregs chick@hattyknight.com. And if you're in need of some employee and labor relations training, if you are looking for somebody to come in and energize and instruct your staff on employee and labor relations issues, reach out to me. I I can come in and make it happen for you, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that people are secure in making their best decisions on behalf of their agencies. And sometimes you just need to be able to bounce something off, because employee and labor relations professionals, we believe in vigorous debate. Unlike others, where they work in silos, we have a habit of going to each other and talking about these situations and coming to some resolution and finding out and sharing information. So if you want some assistance and you don't want your employer to know and you just want to contact somebody to bounce something off, you can call me. Just don't share any confidential classified information, because I'm not going down for you. Rules and Regs Chick@hattyknight.com.